also how to split the tree. I mean, how to create the root node, isn't it? What's meant by purity split and what's meant by impurity split. And also we covered like, does feature scaling required? Not required in DT decision tree. So let's go ahead and we can build the model and let's start understanding this one now. And here, okay, so I hope online team, you can hear me. Okay. All right. So let's complete two things. And after that, we covered AUC and ROC curve. And did I share the Thomson Reuters interview, guys? The data set I think I shared to you, isn't it? So please work on it. And yeah, please work on it. Thank you, guys. So here, very simple. Did you see every time, and also yesterday I shared one projects, and if you notice that, have you naive bias? Did I share it yesterday? Yes, naive bias. Okay, good job. So I mean to say that, guys, one moment, 8:30 a.m. Just one moment. Let me open the file. Okay, so today date is 19th. So what we do, we are using only one data set and build several models, isn't it, guys? The same thing goes for real time as well. I mean, you have only one data set, you build multiple models. And we build, just one second. Come on. Yeah. We build one data set, several models we build. And every times we compare the accuracies of each model to another one, isn't it? Let's go ahead and do this. And we'll left with few more things. And end of the day, I'll give you one real-time projects and real-time work. What's a production server and what's application server? I'll give you in detail of, I mean, many questions. A lot of them, definitely they will ask these questions, all right? And I will tell you how do you respond on those questions, guys. And here, yesterday we discussed one of the steps to create a tree from the data set. So the first thing is identify dependent and independent variable. Then we compute information gain, and then we compute entropy. And then we compute entropy of A's, isn't it? And then gain. So root node is always be independent or dependent variable? Always be independent variable, okay? And we discuss also like what is purity split and what's meant by impurity split, okay? And we split the tree use two techniques. One is Gini index and another one is entropy. Okay, and pruning is reduced to overfitting because when you build the tree in depth, isn't it? So what problem comes up, guys? Overfittings. To reduce overfitting, we prune the tree, means we cut the tree. That's called pruning, isn't it? And what are the pruning parameters? We have max leaf node, minimum sample leaf, and max depth. All those things we discuss, guys. So let me go ahead and let's start working on it. And let's do the same things. So these are the fundamentals, and these fundamentals will applicable in anywhere in the world. The decision tree algorithms means concept is same, concept is same, math is same, understand? But if you use in Python, you use sklearn package, isn't it? If you use in PySpark, you will use mlib. You will use mlib. If you use R programming, then they don't use sklearn. They have like some of the packages of R. Are you understand? The concept is same, but different applications are different, isn't it? So here, I'll show you all those things later part. So here, so let's build this one, and I'm go ahead and build the import the libraries. And did you see NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib? This is by default. Okay, whether you take Junior Whether you take senior or you become a leader, whoever it may be, you must need to import this because data frame, it has to be a hold, isn't it? NumPy, it has to be multi-dimensions array, isn't it? So let's go ahead and I call this out and I import my data set and split the data into X and Y, isn't it? So this would be X and Y, guys. Okay. And see, every day I'm giving you projects, guys. So if you see the projects, by the time you easily understand whether the data set belongs to regressions or classifications, isn't it? First thing. Second thing, in every practical, the one which I shared to you, if you work in depth, most of the techniques you will use in your company after get your job. That's for sure. Are you getting my point? So end of the day, I will give you a project list summary. Project list summary and along with my GitHub repo, okay, which contains 500 projects, guys. Now, whenever you stuck somewhere in your company, just try to find out, try to research. All these three things are easily accessible in your IT farm, isn't it? A little bit go there and try. So at least I want you to practice only once. I don't want you to practice many times, isn't it? So I want you to practice once and open a diary and mention some key points. Do you know, guys, when I'm going to office, maybe some of the work, I take a book, 3 to 4 books, I keep it in my desk. I mention all my diaries, I keep it in my desk. The reason being, sometimes everybody is stuck, guys. Without Google, nobody is software engineer. Are you getting my point? So these are the things I just want you to let you know. So every projects, whatever I give it to you, it take time, no worries, but please practice only once, isn't it? Okay. So, and a lot of people do the mistake. One time they joined many courses. Okay. Python giving free. Just go in Python plus data science. Both are confused. So what I'm saying, if you step into DS, I'm showing every week offers. Complete this first. And then call to the admin. I not enroll my Python classes. Can I learn it? Or Python complete first, then come back to DS. Don't be jump into two at a one. Many people doing like that, guys. Are you getting my point? So that's the way the biggest mistake people are doing. And the Indian mentality is free means that's it. Even though you give poison, they will drink. Isn't it, guys? So this is what, when you eat pani puri, if the guy don't give free pani puri, you'll rip him off, isn't it? Because why you didn't give? I eat this much of money to you. I'm just giving you some of these things. Please understand. All right. So here, so do you understand? This is data sets. We have X and we have Y. Correct. And first, let's build the model with feature scaling. Okay. So we have two techniques. One is standardizations and normalizations, isn't it? And okay, this is not ensemble, and I think called as tree algorithms. Okay. And from the tree, import, just one moment. Which one I'm using? First one or second one? First one. Let's copy and okay. So let's call decision tree classifier. By default is what? Gini index. Why? Because the Gini don't has log computation. So that's why the processing is very fast. Splitter best. How do you split the data? I mean, best or random? Max depth. What is meant by max depth? Why they mention none? Minimum sample split 2. Because if I have a tree, we have two hands, left or right. So that's why we have 2. Okay. And once you scroll down, a decision tree classifier. What is criteria we discussed, guys? Gini and entropy. By default is Gini. The functions to measure the quality of split, isn't it? We discussed this one. So by default is Gini and random. You can hyperparameter tune splitter best and random. If you want to change to best to random, then it's become select random state here in decision tree. You can, let's try, because random state is better. You can pass to 0 as max depth by default is none. What is meant by default none? The maximum depth of the tree. If you assigned none, system automatic choose which one it needs. Data set, system choose 2, then it goes to 2. The system is 3, it goes to 3. System, requires the max depth 4 decks. If you assign to max depth equals to 2, 3, 4 based on your user's interest, then let's do that as well. Yes. And minimum sample split by default to the minimum number of samples required to split the internode is 2, is either left or right. And see, guys, in future we have many more classes. This is just a machine learning. Okay. And once we complete, we go back to AI, NLP, deep learning, a lot of advanced things we have. All right. The minimum number of samples required to be a leaf node, a split node, anything. I hope you can understand. And max features. Max features means what, guys? These are pruning parameters or not? Max features auto, square, log 2. By default is none. So if auto, then max features is square root of n features, isn't it? Square root of n features. If you have square, then max feature is square root of n feature. Log 2, then max feature is log 2 of n features. If none, maximum features of n features. So I hope you understand what you do in every algorithm. So random state instances on none by default is none. Are you getting my point? So what exactly we're going to do now? Let's do a by default tune. Okay. Didn't split the data. So let's go ahead and my bad. So let's restart the kernel. One moment. The reason why I'm going in depth every algo, because if you understand, for me, PySpark is easy to explain. R is easy to explain. If I shared the code, it yourself understand. That's the reason I'm taking more time on each and every algorithms, guys. So just data set dependent variable and split the data and split percentages, 20 percentages. This you have to mention random state equal to 0, or else the accuracy will be varies. And let's go ahead to the feature scaling. So once we do the feature scaling, let's build decision tree algorithms and we feed the data to let's predict text test. And you know how to find out confusion metrics and all those things. Now things are easy now, isn't it, guys? Wait, only I same codes repeats, but from next week onwards, the same repeat code won't come because new topics we're going to start. And I'll explain those things. Not required. Yeah. So not required. But if I do feature scaling, what accuracy I got? 91.25. Yes. What else? Bias also we got 99. What is bias, guys? 99. Variance is we have like 91. Here, as I said, build the model with feature scaling or not, guys? So we build DT with FS, okay, and we got AC is 91.25 and bias I got around 99. And then let's try without feature scaling, DT without FS. Let's see how much accuracy got. Accuracy must be same or not? As per the decision tree doesn't require feature scaling because anyway the data split happened on index, and I'm going to inactive this. So let's restart the kernel and let's try. I don't want to do feature scale now. Without feature scaling, let's see One moment. Any hyperparameter tune. Okay. And let's go to this one. We're done. Do you remember every build the how it takes only 5 seconds? In interview, this is what questions. The question is, let's say you've been experienced as 3 years in different industry, and you mentioned the profile saying, I've been working as a ML developer from last 3 years, right? The next interview question is, have you ever faced, and if he asks how much time it requires to train the model, will you say 5 seconds? Will you say that, guys? No, that's you. So I will in future. So what kind of situations the train? I will share you all the question banks, okay, in detail. And let's build this now. And Wiprед is done. Let's what is accuracy I got? The accuracy is 90. The accuracy is 90, isn't it? So I think maybe let's restart the kernel and I'll do one more time. Just okay. Why? So 1 second. Let's import. Let's do this. And we split the data. We split the data and we call the decision tree classifier. Okay. And then we predict text test. Let's get accuracy. How much we got, guys? 90. Now let's do bias 99 and variance. Why we got changes? Okay. So let's going to remove now. Okay. So I found with scale is got 90 percentages and bias is 99. Okay. So here, but did you one is its impact, isn't it? Its impact. So maybe one moment. So I'm going to use now transform. So let's run one more time. Has no attributes fit and transform, is it? Okay. One moment, guys. Saying fit and transform is not apply. So 1 second. So that's it. And did we scale it? Yeah, we scale this. Now let's build one more time. Let's predict and now we got 90. Did you see the difference? See, now with the feature scaling, without feature scaling, both got 90, isn't it? So let's run another time, restart the kernel. Did you see, guys, how the accuracies fluctuate? Means this is the problem actually, because I mean, you make model so that in future, whenever you pass the data, if the model is varies, so the prediction would be wrong, isn't it? Just one moment. I'll do one more time. So I can say 91.25, isn't it? So every time it's changed. Why? So I'm saying now whatever Arjun said, let's go ahead and change to random state to zero in decision tree classifier. Okay, let's do. Did you understand, guys? You can try like that and you can find out some consequences and how exactly it behaves different way and things. Okay, I think now it is fantastic. Clean. Reason being, in decision tree algorithms, we mention random state equals to none. So that's the reason it is to random to zero. Now, even though you can multi-run and still check, click restart the kernel, and let's go ahead and by next week, I'll complete classifications and we'll start clustering. I think by Tuesday and Thursday and Friday, I will and artificial intelligence. Okay, guys, let's run one more time and last time. And I want you to do all those things. No, just click this decision tree and okay, let's predict text test. Good. Okay. Now it is so very simple. I want you to so repeat it. We 92, right? 92.50 and SVM and KNN we got 95 and DT NV naive bias. What is maximum? This also 91. How much, guys? 91 or what? Naive bias, how much we got? Naive bias and decision tree. Right now we got 90 percentages. So far, which is best model? KNN. KNN would be best. Even though SVM in 95, but we various part bias. The first ranking table, KNN is the rank one and SVM is the rank two. And if we pass the future data set, okay, to the existing model, to the existing model. So what happened, guys? We'll get some future predictions or not? Different predictions will get. Predictions will get differently. Okay. And different predictions we get. Uh, let's understand. I will show you, I will tell you how the model is saved in the database. Are you getting my point? So what I'm trying to say, so let's look at this. This is the DB. Okay. In the database, all the records are every day passed or not. Every day the records are generated. And how? Because they are connected with several databases. And once the records are entered to the DB, you need to design such a code. You need to store your pickle file here. Once you store the pickle file, the moment when records are add, the prediction has to pop up here. So that's why I mean, all those things I'll tell you later part. So this moment, I don't want to talk about this. So let's have a look at this. And I think we done decision tree algorithms. Okay. And today I'll give you a little bit covered on AUC and ROC curve. Okay. What exactly this curve is all about? So I can say AUC, these, I mean, AUC and ROC curve can we will implement in classifications only. In classifications only. And these are the graph of performance measures. What are the performance measures? We have confusion matrix. And what is the range of classifications? 0 to 1. So now the graph also draw between 0 to 1. Are you understand, guys? The graph plot between 0 to 1. So in confusion matrix, in CM, we understood how to check accuracy, how to check error rate, how to check precision, and how to check recall. Isn't it? All those things we covered or not? So today, you see ROC, I wanted to show one. I forgot. Just one moment, guys. AUC and ROC curve. Wanted to do some equations. Some of the time we get AUC means AUC area under curve and C receiver operating characteristic. Okay, so do you discuss PP true positive, TN, FP, FN? Do we know this or not? Okay, we understand. And before I go ahead to this one, I wanted to explain one thing. Just one moment. One moment. Yeah, okay. Now a little bit, I wanted to show this graph. And for that, I suggest read confusion matrix. Before that, listen to me. This is the graph. Right click, open images, new tab. So this is the AUC. So x-axis, we have what is the value we called? FPR. AUC and ROC curve, the x-axis would be what, guys? FPR. What is meant by FPR? False positive rate. Positive rate. Isn't it FPR? And y-axis, we have TPR. Y-axis, we have TPR. True positive rate. Do you understand or not? X-axis, we have false positive rate, and y-axis, we have true positive rate. So did you see, before I'll give you math equations behind this, but before that, let's understand PR, true positive rate, also called as recall, also called sensitivity. What we call, guys? So three questions. What is the difference between sensitivity and specificity? What is the difference between sensitivity? And the formula is equals to TP by TP plus FN. This is the TPR. Do you understand? And this TPR, we plot x-axis, guys. X-axis or y-axis? Y-axis, isn't it? Am I clear? Very simple, guys. Okay. Now, specificity. What is meant by specificity? In specificity, the formula equal to Tn by Ftn plus Fp. I can say Tn by Tn plus Fp. And in other way, can I write down sensitivity is equals to 1 minus specificity? Can I write this or not? Into guys, listen to me very carefully. So here we have what is the equation of sensitivity? Tp by Tp plus Fn, isn't it? Yes or not? And TP become Tn, TP become Tn, Fn become Fp, isn't it? Fn become Fp. And also this concept is called sensitivity equals to 1 minus specificity. If I do 1 minus Tp by Tp plus Fn, I got these values or not, guys? Are you here or not? So here, have a look at this. FPR. FPR equal to 1 minus specificity. I'm sorry, not this one. I can say FPR. We plot in y-axis or not, guys? We plot in y-axis. FPR means false positive rate. FPR means false positive rate. Okay. And this is called specificity. It's called specificity. And specificity equal to, so if you see this, we have clearly mentioned FPR 1 minus specificity. I'm sorry. So here, 1 minus specificity. And the formula for it is F by Tn FP. FP by, definitely, I mean, you must have to. FP by Tn plus FP. Tn plus FP. Okay, so I don't want to make you confused. Very straightforward. X-axis, we plot which one, guys? FPR or TPR? FPR we call sensitivity or specificity? Specificity. We call 1 minus specificity. We call, guys, 1 minus specificity. And the formula equal to FP by Tn plus FP. Are we clear? Are we clear? Very straightforward. Please maintain this formula. And then y-axis is called TPR. TPR can we call sensitivity or not? We call as sensitivity. And what is the formula? Tn by Tn plus F. Are we clear, guys, up to this, everyone? Are we clear up to this? Okay. This two part. So this is what, and x-axis, but there is a math equations. You not understand any of the articles if you open any Google and all those things, but you listen to me. I will cover this one and I'll go back and I'll open my PPT. Just close it. Formula change for TPR. One moment. Is it? TPR. TN, I'm sorry. This is TP, right, guys? TP by, yeah. 1 second. It's clear or not? Or did I change, or that's fine? TP plus Fn. Okay, thanks. But better, I think. Oops, I forgot to share this link. You can find out in Google, guys. That's not an issue. Okay. Let me tell you how the graph has plot. Let's discuss. When we talk about AUC and ROC, we need to understand about the probability, So AUC ROC curve is the graph ranging between 0 to 1. How many probabilities we have? The first one is 0 probability. Next 0.2, 0.6, next 0.8, and next 1. Can I say this or not? Okay, I will give example. Let's try to understand in detail. And once you understand the example, then things are clear. So here, so sensitivity versus 1 minus specificity. This we discussed. This is what we discussed now. In interview, if someone asks you what is sensitive, TPR or FPR, guys? TPR or FPR? Specificity is FPR. Clear? So because I show the example, you guys are clear now, isn't it? Okay. So let's close this. T equal by T. And this is the formula I told you now. And 1 minus specificity is FP by Tn plus FP. Are we clear? Next step. Let's assume actual 1010. Actual 1010. And we found probability 0.8, 0.6, 0.4, 0.2. Or maybe you can say the model predict 0.8, 0.6, 0.4, 0. How probabilities we have? 0, 0.2, 0.4. And can we write this? And we need to check at threshold 0. So as always, we plot between 0 and 1, isn't it? But before we plot, we split the criteria into probabilities. At probability of 0, the model predicted 0.8. That means 0.8 equal. That's why I mentioned as 1. Understand, guys? And now at probability 0 and at 0.6, what exactly happened? 0.6 is greater than equal to 0 or not? That's why I mentioned as 1. Do you understand? And 0 prediction is greater than equal to probability 0. So that's what we call as 1. 0.2 also greater than equal to 0. I'm sorry, greater than 0. So that's why we have 1. Are you clear up to this, guys? Now let's go to the probability of 0.2. At probability 0.2, the predicted is 0.8 is greater than 0.2. That's why we replace 1, 1, 1. But in this case, 0.2 is greater than equal to 0. So that's why 1. 0.2 is not greater than 1, but 0.2 is equal to 1. So that's why we replace with 1. Did you understand, guys? At probability of 0.4, 864, 1, 2 than 0.4. That's why I replace with 0. Did you understand, team? Now 0.6, what happened? 0.8 is greater than 0.61 and 1. So 8 equal to 1, rest of them 0. But 1 at 1 probability, these predictions are less. So that's 0. Are you guys clear this table? Okay. Now next step. At threshold 0, did you see what is the equation of TPR? TP by TP plus Fn, isn't it? What is true positive? Actual 1 at probability 0, the 1 or 1, guys? Actual, this 1 and 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Can I say this? Can I say this, guys? Actually 0, this is 1. So this is not true positive. Both situation is true. Then only we can say it is true positive. Online team, I hope you understand. Yes, team. So I can say threshold 0, TPR is 2 by 2 plus 0, which is 1. At FPR, 2 by 0 plus 2 is 1 and 1. Are you guys getting my point? Are you guys getting my point? At threshold 0, so FPR equal to, also we FP by Tn plus FP. Did you understand? What is false positive? Positive means these two are false positive or not? Actual 0, but at threshold 0, 1 and 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So that's why we have 2 by plus 2 is 1. Are you guys clear? My question at threshold 2, can we get same value again? Because if both cases are 1 and 1, definitely threshold 0.2 and 1 once again. Can I say this or not? Guys, are you understand or not understand? So here, so the same way, if you let threshold 0.4, the TPR is 1 and FPR is 0.5. At threshold 0.6, the TPR is 0.5 and FPR is 0. Okay. I'll repeat again one more time. Let me tell you guys. Actual is 1 at 0 probability of 0 also 1. Actual 1 probability of 0 is 1. So TP is equals to 2 times predictions correct. So 1 plus 1, 2 divided by 2 plus 0. So 2 by 2 equal to 1. Can I say this, guys? This is called a TPR. TPR is y-axis or x-axis, guys? I try to plot the point now, isn't it? FP. What is FP? FP equal to actual 0, 1. Actual 0, 1. 2 times wrong predictions. So that's why 1 plus 1 is 2. Understand, guys, now? How 0? This one. This I mean to say, let's actual value, you have 1 and 0 because it is classifications. That's why the value is 0 in the denominator. Okay. About the TN plus FP. TN plus in TPR FN, false negative is 0. The reason being, if you have 0, if it is 0, then this is called false negative, guys. So that's why we 0. I'll do one thing. I'll share this today. You can a little bit check. You can get it. All right, guys. Okay. So once what happened? Once you compute these equations, TP by TP plus Fn, we get 2 by 2 plus 0, 1 and 1. My question, I'm trying to plot the graph, guys. I'm trying to plot the graph, which is FPR and which is TPR. So TPR at threshold 0, what is the value I got? 1, 1, isn't it? But same like TPR 2, can we get 1, 1? At TPR 4, 0.4 and 0.6, the TPR is 0.5 and 0.5. At 0.8, we got all the value. Now, what I'm going to do, I wanted to plot the graph here. Listen to this. This TPR at threshold 0, 0.2. What is the output we got? 1, 1. Where 1. Can I plot the data point or not, guys? At 0 and 0.2. At threshold 0.4, we got 1 and 0. Can I 0. Guys, are you understand? At threshold 0.6, the answer we got 0.5 and 0.5. At threshold 0.8, we got 0.5 and 1. Do you understand or not? At threshold 1, TPR is 0 and FPR is convert 0 to 0.25 and 0.4 to 0.6 and 0. to 0.8 and 0.8 to 1. This line is called ROC. This line is called ROC. Whatever the area we have here, this is called AUC. Do you understand? See, if I'm, are you guys getting me? We have a packages to do this, but the reason why I want you to explain to understand the math behind the graph, isn't it? So that's the reason I'm saying you. So do you understand? So if you see graph, did you see the graph lies between 0 to 1 or not? Team, I hope understand now, guys. What is a UC curve? So if connect all, now I'll give you one of the graph. You tell me, I hope you understand which is good model, which is bad model. Now AUC and ROC curve. Go to images. Once you go to images, my question, look at this graph. I'll have right click and open images new tab. Open image in, right click, open image new tab. Anybody tell me I have which is 4 AUC I have. Can you please tell me which is best class? Is best ROC curve? Which color is best ROC curve? Anyone, online team? Do you see the probability I told you? 0, 0.2, 0.4. 0.2 means 20%, 4 means 40%, 60%. Now, which one is the best classifier? I think blue, purple, very good, Patil. So see the purple is that the graph is ranging to 0 to 1. This is the best, means the accuracy of the model is almost to 90 to 100, guys. This is better. Like this graph, what is the accuracy of the graph? Almost like 80%. What about this graph? The accuracy is 60 above. What exactly this graph? The accuracy is 20%. Now are you understand? Now did you understand? I hope yesterday I gave you one algorithms called naive Bayes. Can you open it and scroll down? You get a UCROC curve. Anybody notice that? So now you can do that, and let's understand. If you find your accuracies is 90, my question to you, so far I built how many models, guys? 4 models, right? Now please implement a UC curve to the data set and to the practical. I mean to say, the code which we built use AUC and ROC curve here. Let's plot the graph, and you guys understand what is the accuracy on the graph. Can recognize whether it is a good model or bad model. Did you understand, team? Team, I hope here everyone. So I can explain this topic in 5 minutes by see the images. Wherever you see the graph, this is good AUC, ROC. But no, to understand the graph is plotted, isn't it? How the math equation is worked behind. And those things is work as a parameter tuning in this curve. Are you getting my point? Okay. So this is what we done today. And the next step is ensemble learning. What exactly, guys? Next step? Ensemble learning. What is mean by ensemble learning? This is also called as mixture model, guys. This is also called as mixture model. Ensemble learning follows ensemble technique. Are we covered, or we covered on Monday? Are we covered now? Or we covered this? Most of them are left. Ensembling technique. So what is meant by ensembling techniques? What about others, guys? Sub Monday. Okay. Ensembling technique we covered Monday. I will take 2 days and then I'll give you one place. This Friday, we will complete classifications. I'll introduce clustering. Once we clustering, and we'll focus on artificial intelligence. And we have few things. Cross validation is pending, and a k-fold random group. And I hope you guys little bit understand what's going on so far. And if you good enough, you can build your projects and give. I think yesterday I create some of a post. Maybe you can find out this. I'm in tech stack, so these are this. Lang of the very high demand programming language at this moment. So if you know the Golang, it's best. You get a so give a little to take. Definitely, which topic today? I will give you. I already every day top introductions. Then without introductions, I never start any topics, isn't it? Which topics you wanted to ask? Yeah. Mozo, see guys, no, let me tell you what happened. Mozo, you see many YouTubers, they hate it. They buggers, they don't know the real time. They try to make the views and stupidity they wanted to spread out. Are you use what about Python? It's die now. Now a lot of people say Julia will kill the Python. Have you ever heard about it or not? Now where is Julia? Romeo is come back again, isn't it? Are you guys getting my point? So don't listen all the stupidity fresh behind it, and it's all the stupidity things. The real time, I will tell you the reality. Joining a data science based startup and AI startup, both are same. So AI is nothing but when you deals with speeches, text, images, that's called AI. Yes, data science is combination of everything. So there is no difference at all, isn't it? Yeah. So let's talk about, what is, have you see the IPL streaming in Jio or not? Jio cinemas. In Jio cinemas, they use Go program along with Python. Okay, that's where the high streaming is going on. Have you ever heard about this cache like Hazelcast, Redis? Now, have you ever talked about any YouTubers, all those things? No, they won't take talk. Now, let's talk about, do you know Flutter and Golang Node.js and Play Java 8? I mean, some of them knows like Prometheus and Grafana, infrastructures monitoring. Do they know these things, guys? And now Docker containment, stream, they never know about all those things, guys. That's what I'm saying. All the YouTubers are, they're just trying to make the students' brain and increase their business. That's it. Are you guys getting my point or not? Apache Spark, Power BI. So things shouldn't be make easy. When things are make easy, you will be get suffer at end. Are you understanding? So what most people are there. I mean, I don't. So what I'm trying to say, don't. So you reach out to the right place. You learned. Go to search. Find. Let me tell you. You know which is very important. Find right pick from right guy is very important, isn't? So we know who is important and all those things. Everybody copy from Coursera.com. You know, YouTubers are copy from Coursera, and now they started their own these things, guys. I'll complete all those things, guys. I complete Coursera and applied AI, Azure, Simple, and Udemy, and all the things I complete. I almost done like 10 books of ML. Are you understand or not? And also along with real time. And if I take one book, if I work real time, not even if one thing is matched, do you understand? They are researchers, never be a practical developer. Do you understand, guys? So it could be anything. I just don't talk about. So all that required to apply this job? No, no. Scalar, that's what I'm saying, guys. Scalar and Upgrad, these jobs, these websites are created just 1 year back. They don't go before. I mean, let's say one person is experienced in .NET, he's expert at .NET only, not Java. You understand? Not C++, not C. Did you understand? So the main problem why we get in trouble in education system, that means our college lecturers, our school teachers, they didn't told us use these equations. That is the problem. If you joined a mechanical engineer, they didn't tell us where exactly we use this, which car you uses. That is the main problem, isn't it, guys? So that's where these YouTubers are keep on increasing because of the digital marketing, affiliated marketing, all this marketing we have. But different people has fall in different trap. So that's defined by God's destiny. Means today you have to lose 5 lakhs, means you have to lost at any cost. That's nobody's hand. So anyway, just do it whatever it may be. So I hope you understand. So don't trust all the stupidity bloggers and all those things and see the more. So isn't it, guys? So anyway, you okay, guys. Okay, and I will complete ensemble technique on Monday and Tuesday, and Wednesday, third, go back one end-to-end projects, and Friday we complete classifications. Monday, Tuesday, I will start clusterings and AI. AI first technique. So far, we deal with numbers, isn't it? Numbers means what? Data sets, guys. Data sets, which is structured data. From next one, we deals with unstructured, like XML articles, like images. So the first thing is text. text data, we call NLP. So AI first technique is called NLP. Second technique is deep learning. Third technique is neural network. And deep learning neural network is comes up when the data is images, videos, and all those things. So this concept is called AI, guys. And data science is combination of AI and machine learning and stats and Python is the best way to do all these things again. And then I'll tell you how to install TensorFlow, how to install Keras, how to install PySpark on your machines, and how to with Google Colab, all those things we're going to introduce in upcoming days. Okay. So I will share this one and start with it. Let's go ahead and in 16th. Okay, which one? I didn't share this one, 17th and 18th. Right click and add to this. Okay, I'm going to share it right now. And yeah, when I explain random forest, then I will compare. Okay, Sashi? Yeah. Once I explain random forest, then I will explain why we call sequence tree. There's a little math on it. And once we understand that, we covered. Okay. So thank you guys. And we see you on Monday. Happy weekends. And thank you. Bye, guys.